Hello Stampers, and thank you so much for joining me today for my first video of 2020. This is Laura Buechler of Inky Fingers Papercrafting, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Nanaimo, BC. Now today I'm going to show you how to use the masking technique with a couple of different Sale-a-Bration stamp sets. We're going to start with this one, the Gang's All Meer, which I think is going to be one of the hottest stamp sets of this year's Sale-a-Bration. Now, if you're new to Stampin' Up! And you don't know what Sale-a-Bration is all about, I'll give you a quick explanation. This gorgeous little brochure is full of awesome products, and it should have landed in your mailbox recently if you're one of my customers. If it didn't, please let me know and I'll be happy to send you one. Now you'll notice as you look through this brochure, it's missing just one thing, which is prices. And that's because the items in this brochure cannot be bought. Instead, they are earned free with your purchase from the Spring Mini Catalog, the Annual Catalog, or even the clearance rack on the Stampin' Up! Website. Now there's an explanation right on the first page of the inside cover of your brochure here that tells you all about it. But basically what you'll see is that these items can be earned with either a $60 purchase or a $120 purchase. And you'll see these two icons throughout the brochure telling you which is which. So if we look at this page here, this beautiful stamp set, Lovely Lily Pad, can be earned free with a $60 purchase, so that means it's a level 1 reward. And the coordinating dies that go with that stamp set are earned free with a $120 purchase, so that's a level 2 reward. So all of the Sale-a-Bration items are only available January through March or while supplies last, and they will not be offered again unless there's this little teeny disclaimer here. The small bloom punch may also be available in the 2020 to 2021 annual catalog. So if you don't see that little disclaimer message here, that means that Sale-a-Bration, which runs now until March 31st, is your only chance to get the beautiful items in here. Adorable little gang of meerkats really lends itself well to the masking technique, and I want to show you how it's done. I've got a piece of white cardstock here that measures 3 3/4 inches square, and I'm going to fill it with meerkats. So to do that, I've stamped this image here, the gang of meerkats, on a little post-it note, and I'm going to fussy cut that out. Now there's two reasons for using a post-it note for your masking instead of cardstock. One is that it's thinner than cardstock, so it won't prevent your stamp from stamping around the edges of the area you're masking. And two, because a post-it note is slightly sticky, but still very easy to reposition, it's not going to slide around while you're stamping. Now, don't worry if these reasons don't make any sense yet, because they will after you see masking in action. All right, now that I've got this image cut out, I'm ready to stamp. Now when you're using the masking technique, you want to stamp from front to back. So I'm going to start by stamping 2 groups of meerkats right at the front or the bottom of this piece of cardstock. So now that I've got the first group on here, I'm going to cover it with the mask. And then I can stamp another group right next to it. And you'll notice that where it overlaps, now it looks like this group is behind the other group. It's not very obvious there, but let's stamp again. And I'll show you what I mean. I've actually cut several masks already, and you'll see that they start to get very messy as you use them, but that's no problem because they're still going to do what you need them to do, even though they won't look as pretty. So now look at how cool that's starting to look. I'm going to add another one here, so I want to cover this one and this one. See that? Isn't that neat? You can just make a whole crowd here. You can do the same with the little single meerkat stamp, and I've also done some masking images for that one. So if I just want to fill in a space, a blank space right here without doing the whole big stamp, I can do that very easily. So I'm going to cover up this group. And put this one right in here. So I'm going to stamp one more group of meerkats in here. Let's see. I'm going to cover up this one. And I'm going to cover up this one. And I'm going to have to cover up this little one. So you can see my masks are starting to get very messy, but they still work because it's the shape that's important. And what I do with these, once I've made them, I just keep them in my stamp case and I can reuse them over and over. And if they do start to get too messy or if they start to get torn, then it just takes a couple minutes to make a new set. So now I've got this awesome crowd full of meerkats, and I'm gonna choose one of them to be the special birthday meerkat, and I'm gonna color that one in with my Crumb Cake blends. Then I'm gonna use this cute little birthday hat stamp and stamp that on some scrap white paper, quickly fussy cut it out, and give our birthday meerkat a little birthday hat. You can see that I've got some washi tape on this stamp, and that's because it's one of the new cling stamps. Some of the new cling stamps I find sometimes, in particular the really small ones, they're very, very, very clingy to the stamp case when they're inside. So if I have trouble picking up a stamp, then once I do get it out, which you have to be very, very gentle and make sure you're getting all three of the layers, the rubber and the foam and the label behind. And then I put a little piece of washi tape on there, fold the washi tape back in on itself so the sticky side is all inside. And then I've always got a little handle to pull that off the stamp set. So if you're ever at one of my classes, or if you see that on one of my videos that it's got a little washi tape handle, that's why. So now I'm ready to add this onto my card, and I've just got a few other elements that I prepared beforehand, which is my 5.5 by 8.5 inch card base, and then I've got a piece of 4 by 5.25 inch Crumb Cake cardstock, and I've embossed this with the hammered metal embossing folder. And now I'm just going to quickly add a sentiment. We've got some great sentiments in the stamp set, including this one, Happy Birthday to a Stand-Up Friend. So that's what we're going to use because we've made this into a birthday card. And I'm going to use my lovely lipstick ink, which is one of the in colors that's expiring this year. The clock is ticking on these beautiful colors. And they're only going to be available until the end of May. And then I'm going to cut out this sentiment using one of the dies from the Ornate Frames die collection. Now, did you notice that this is carrying over from the holiday catalog, which I'm so glad, because I think this is just a terrific collection of dies. They've got so much variety in here, and I haven't used them nearly enough yet, so I'm really glad that I get some more time to play with them. And pop that on our card, and now it's all finished. There we go. There's our gigantic gang of meerkats sending an awesome birthday wish, and that's how masking works. But we're not done. I'm going to show you another one. So this time we're going to skip the fussy cutting step because we're going to use this Thoughtful Blooms stamp set and the coordinating punch. You can get the Thoughtful Blooms free with a $60 purchase. It's a level 1 reward. And then the small bloom punch that coordinates with it is a level 2 reward with a $120 purchase. And you'll notice, again, I showed you this little disclaimer earlier that they are probably going to be having this punch in the annual catalog as well, which is great because, as you can see from the samples here in the brochure, it's a fantastic little bundle. So anytime that you're going to do masking with a stamp set that has a coordinating punch, you've just saved yourself a couple of steps of fussy cutting because it makes the whole process way easier. So let me show how you can do that. Now, instead of stamping and fussy cutting, I can go straight to my Post-it notes and just punch out some shapes for masking. So I'm just going to punch out 4 of these little flowers. Got this piece of cardstock that just measures 5 1/4 inches by 1 1/2 inches. So it's just going to go here on the left side of the front of my card. And I'm just going to decorate it with a whole bunch of flowers, different colors. I'm going to use all of these, let me see, all of the 2018 to 2020 in colors, which are going to be retiring at the end of May. And I'm just going to bring a whole bunch of, I'm just going to do a whole bunch of different colors and make this really colorful and beautiful. All right, so that's as far as I can go without doing any masking. So I'm going to start bringing my masks in now so that I can fill in more of the spaces. And of course, the flowers that I stamp now are going to look like they're behind the flowers that I've already stamped. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my card. I do have a plan to fill in the last few blank spaces here, but I'm going to attach it to my card first. Now I'm just going to use my stamps on this scrap white paper and stamp it out with the punch so that I can fill in these blanks with a couple flowers popped up on dimensionals. This last little gap is going to overlap with this that I've already prepared. This die here is from the Stitched Labels dies, which is in the annual catalog. And then I've also used the well-written dies to create those words, which is a fantastic collection of dies as well. So I'm going to attach that on with some dimensionals. And there's my finished card. So now that you've checked out some of the many Sale-a-Bration items available, I hope you're very excited to start earning your own. And if you're in Canada, I would love it if you shopped with me. You can shop online at my website, inkyfingers.ca, and earn your own free Sale-a-Bration items with a purchase of $60 or more. And if you're local to Nanaimo, I hope you'll come to my Mini Madness Catalog launch party, which is happening 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, January 25th at the Rotary Fieldhouse on 3rd Street. There's no cost to attend, but please do register at inkyfingers.ca so that I can make sure I have enough food and supplies and gifts for everybody. We'll be playing games, enjoying refreshments, browsing the new catalogs, and of course, crafting together with awesome new products. Now remember also that Sale-a-Bration is the best time of year to host a party, so if you're interested in earning additional free products on top of your Sale-a-Bration rewards, contact me and we can start planning that party today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial about masking. Please drop me a comment below and let me know what you think. If there's something specific that you want to learn about, please let me know. Remember that you can purchase all the products shown on my website, inkyfingers.ca, or earn them for free if they're Sale-a-Bration items. And on that website, you will also find more project tutorials, current promotional details and catalogs, the local workshop schedule, and the sign up for my monthly email newsletter. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want to let you know that I have a Facebook page under Inky Fingers Papercrafting, and you can join a weekly creative challenge and win a prize from me. If you do place an order today, please use the current Hostess code, which you can find on my website, because everyone who uses that code will get a free gift from me. And if you'd like to earn your own Hostess rewards, all you need to do is place an order of over $200 or contact me and we can start planning your own virtual or in-home party. Drop me a line for more details. Have a great day, everyone. Happy New Year and happy stampin'. Bye. Do you love the cards we made today? Then share this video for a chance to win one of them. Comment below to let me know you've shared. Thank you so much for your support.